Something curious happens when someone stops competing for attention. Silence begins to express what no argument ever could. Without long explanations, without dramatic confrontations, just a firm withdrawal from a space that once had constant availability. This absence changes the emotional atmosphere and reveals an uncomfortable truth many times. What keeps a bond alive is not genuine care, but easy access. When that door closes, everything gains a different weight. Why do connections that should already be over still occupy so much mental space? Because entry is still allowed. And why can a simple message or view cause such impact? Because the tie was never truly cut, only disguised. As long as someone remains present through reactions, thoughts, and silent attempts to receive a response, the link stays active. Freedom begins when maturity is understood not as staying available, but as recognizing that not every closeness deserves continuity. If this reflection already brought clarity, it's worth supporting the content, following the channel, and sharing it with someone who also needs to reclaim emotional autonomy. The more people learn to establish limits without hostility, the stronger the culture of self-respect becomes. The central point is simple. When someone continues receiving your energy after causing harm, they learn that no real consequence exists. The attention you offer teaches how you can be treated. The urge to explain, justify, or monitor signals keeps the cycle alive and turns the need for recognition into dependency. This consumes time, focus, and calm, creating a state where the day begins and ends revolving around someone who should no longer hold that place. Breaking this pattern does not mean becoming cold, it means practicing self-care. Conscious withdrawal is not punishment, it is protection. By interrupting automatic availability, balance reorganizes. The mind slows down, the body responds better, and life begins to revolve around personal decisions rather than reactions. Disciplined silence replaces the urgency to respond, and stability becomes the real sign of strength. Over time, the emptiness left behind appears. This space can turn into disorganized longing or fertile ground for rebuilding. When filled with routine, small goals, and healthy connections, it becomes a foundation for growth. The energy once directed toward the past begins to nourish new habits, objectives, and more balanced relationships. Eventually, curiosity, neutral contact attempts, or subtle gestures may arise from the other side. The key is to evaluate behavior, not words. Real change respects boundaries, emotional impulses do not. Consistency prevents relapse and keeps nostalgia from replacing clarity. Then comes the most liberating stage, realizing that you don't need regret from the other person in order to move forward. Peace does not depend on their reaction, but on your inner firmness. When your worth is no longer measured by external responses, the need for validation dissolves. Respect begins within. If this message resonated with you, show your support, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to hear this today. Spreading this understanding helps more people step out of draining cycles and stop negotiating their own dignity.